Hello. 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 Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi. I'm Quinn. Hmm. And I'm committed to testing my psychic abilities. Do they exist or not? Yeah? Nah? What's up? How the hell do I. Where? Where? Oh man, I'm not tech savvy here. um. Oh well. Whoever shows up, shows up. This is actually one of those videos. It's not just about me ranting, it's about me getting in touch with you. um Something that I was committed to doing was to view my brain injury in different ways. When I had my concussion in 2016, I thought, man, I'm so less than. And that it really amplified my PTSD, compounded it, of dealing with PTSD from surviving a car accident, surviving the house fire, and sexual assault. It compounded it so badly. And I thought, man, my brain is just like scrambled as can be. But, but, I'm like, how else can I view my brain? Hypnotherapy, that background does remind me that there are other ways to view a situation. Um, I can view something as a challenge or something that is curious, and I want to get to know more about it. And that puts a less of a weight of, oh, gotta do this. There's the fear of it. Oh, I don't wanna. Blah blah blah. So I was thinking, view my brain injury. Start with that. I'm gonna start small because I could go crazy with this. But view my brain injury as an opportunity that maybe the universe needed to push the reset button and to put a new view here in my mind as to how I'm moving out around the world and through life. So if I view a brain injury like that, it creates less of the pressure, the shame, the guilt, the fear that comes up around it. I missed going to my monthly. My recovery really started happening when I started going to monthly brain injury support groups out here in Fresno. They have them. And that was just so good that people normalized, yeah, this is what my experience is. This is what it looks like, that someday I can't taste anything. Bell peppers taste slimy. I like burnt crunchy food. um I'm a completely different person, and I think my inhibitions definitely, the should you do that, that just goes away. It's like a very thin wall. I think I've talked about poking bears. Yeah, my bear poker is just like um those inhibitions just aren't there, and I think that scares a lot of people um everywhere, within my creative community for sure, and I'd say in my family, because I'll just say things that it needs to be said, I'll say it. um just let it out and then think about what I just said. Goodness. So yeah, yeah. Excuse me, throat's dry. um so I can get really, really creative. And I'm gonna tell you, this is people who are trying to copy me. If you're trying to be like me, this is something that I found so awesome. It really helps a lot. um One, be yourself, but two, write out every possible way for how something could get done. Like, you're going to increase your income. Well, you can increase your income by getting better skills, going to school and getting a better job, or you can increase your income by selling drugs or robbing banks or prostitution or robbing trains in Red Dead Redemption. um, there's a many ways that you could increase your income, right? And just allow it to be as ridiculous as possible, as stupid as possible. Okay? Because as dumb as you let it be, then the practical ideas that you aren't ready to consider start to make sense. They start to make a little bit more sense. They're more believable and accessible. So allow the ridiculous. I do tend to stay around ridiculous land. I mean, I am a balloon artist, hypnotherapist, who is infuriated at injustice. And what else do I do? I want to be a poi twirler. That's what I wanted to do before my uh, accident. I was wanting to learn how to twirl poi. Add that into the shows. I'm a tarot reader. Well, I read tarot for myself. It's really helpful, but I did do readings for other people too, and yeah, they seemed like things were coming through for them. So that's another skill that you could make money being a tarot reader, whether you're a good one or a bad one or a fake one. My readings are really just so personal to me that I don't feel like, I don't know if I could have people pay me to read, because I'm very much so, these are messages, this direct communication for me with the divine right now. And I love that relationship so much that I don't want to cheapen it. You know, I don't want to cheapen that particular relationship. Um, I'm in love with her. Goddess, yes. Um, so it's been so hard because Lance has told me many times, he's like, you're very accurate, you're good, you really get at things. You should charge for doing tarot readings. And I tried saying, yeah, I'm gonna charge for doing tarot readings, and then like it just felt dirty. So nasty. Ooh, pay me to connect you with God. Ooh, but maybe that should be my job. Mm. Currently, my volunteer work is connecting people with the God of their understanding, helping them to shake hands with the divine, whatever that looks like for you. Like when I first started getting into these concepts, I'm like, the God of my understanding turned out to be a doorknob, because at least it was something that I could turn. I had to reach out, I had to take action, and have that faith to pull through, so that I could get to the other side of the door, so I could get to whatever wonderful thing is out there. So that's what I let my higher power be first going through, because I was pissed off at God. I was like, oh, that asshole, um, but yeah, it's so cool because like my relationship with my higher power went from being fearful to bitter to angry. I remember cussing God out in the bathroom all the time. Like, you mofo, what you doing? And then I'm like, this bitch got a sick sense of humor. But yeah, it's been like this individual way of finding that relationship with God. Um and it's just evolved so much over the years, that now the divine for me is, she's a black woman for sure, and not. They're themselves, and just everything, just absolutely everything that's ever possible, everything everywhere all at once. Yes, this is my nightshirt. My husband bought me 2 shirts, so I'm like, yeah, one for night, one for day. That's why you keep seeing me in the same shirt every day. One's silver, one's silver. Um, but yeah, that relationship gets to be beautiful and unique and individual. So that's why it's still so hard for me to do tarot readings for payment. Um, Plus, also with the brain injury, one, I had trouble reading. Two, I had, um, mm, it took a lot of energy for me to do readings, to because I would read a book. Literally, I would read a book because my memory was also bad, so I couldn't remember what some of the cards were. I'm trying to be one of those intuitive tarot people, but it's just I need to practice that. That's another thing I need to do. Maybe I need to make a whole ass channel for me exploring this and seeing how does it go? How does the science experiment turn out? Um, but yeah, so my relationship with my divine, it's naughty, it's dirty, it's intimate, it's sweet, it's sexy, it's sensual. And so for me to do that with you for money, oh my, mm-mm, that just feels naughty, so naughty. Yeah, I'm gonna become a tarot prostitute in my husband's pajamas. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Um, yeah, and that's definitely not knocking that for anyone who has chosen that as a career, because hey, everybody's got to do what they got to do to take care of themselves. I respect you. I completely respect you. I had a friend once. Uh, yeah, that didn't go very well, but I had a friend once who used to tell me that he would, when he met a prostitute, he would pay her to spend time with him and then help her develop a business plan. And he told me that story, and I was just like, "What? That's awesome! Isn't that awesome?" Is there's such a different way that we can view things. We can go, "Ew, this person's dirty, disgusting, or gross," or we can look at people with compassion and gentleness, knowing that that's a human being too. When we're doing this, "Ew, look at that over there," we're objectifying someone, but not recognizing that we're dealing with other humans. And I think that we've really lost that. We've really lost that. Having to talk to customer service this past month has just like shown me people have lost the ability to see each other as human beings with needs and feelings and wants and desires, their own ideas. We're so used to objectifying it. And that's why actually, let's talk about gang stalking. Mm. That's why gang stalking can get done. As long as you see people as objects, that one over there, you don't relate to them at all, then it makes it easy to not care what happens to them. Don't care what the results are of or the consequences of how we approach them. That's why gang stalking is so popular right now. And it kind of makes me sad. I'm just gonna talk about all of it right now. All the things. It makes me sad because that behavior is what creates school shooters. People who are shooting up buildings and terrorizing neighborhoods. We are creating that when we treat people as objects. Because then it's easier for someone to go, yeah, I don't care what happens to that person's life. And to stalk them, to hack their computer, their phone, or what have you, to rob them, to hurt them, to mentally torture them. It's easy to do that because that person over there is plastic. They're not real. They don't matter, right? But guess what? When you're doing that to that person over there, you're also doing it 3 times back at yourself. 3 times back. That you are an object. That you don't matter. That you're not real. So I fucking refuse to do that. And yes, I cussed. I refuse to do that. I refuse to do that to myself. Because I matter. I am real. I have value. I have worth. I have style. I have grace. No, but no, I know that I have worth and value. And I refuse to let myself be treated as if I do not have worth and value. Because my life is precious. And you know why? Because I have that really naughty, sexy, wonderful relationship with my God, the divine. I have this beautiful, fantastic relationship. And so I know my life matters. But it's an individual personal relationship. It's not with your church. It's not with the buildings and the places that you go to or the committees that you serve on. It's not there. It's that individual relationship that you have with the divine. And so I've got such a beautiful relationship with my divine. It's loving and nurturing and amazing, and also very direct and strict and goofy and also warlike. I love all of it. I'm like in love with all of it. So when you think of that, how could I let you think that I have no worth at all? How dare I? How dare I? I have all the worth. I have all the value. Okay? And it's not my fault if you see yourself as a plastic person. That is your choice. That is your choice. And you get to make that choice. And you also get to deal with the consequences of that choice. And I'm learning too the consequences of my choice to love myself. Bitch, oh my God, I'm going to get so hated right now. The consequences of my choice to love and value myself can be either my success, brilliance, and growth and ability to contribute to my society and everyone around me, or so another consequence of me believing in myself is there's so many people who don't, won't know how to believe in themselves and to love themselves. There's so many more of them. Sadly, they will crucify me. They will come at me. They'll be bitter and jealous and angry and hurt. Like, why can she do that? Why does she get to look like that or do this or what have you? How dare you have confidence for a fat person? How dare you know your worth? How dare you speak your truth? How dare you take up space? How dare you take up space? It's not my fault you are afraid to take up space. It's not my fault you're afraid to be visible. It's not my fault that you are afraid to own your life. That is not my problem. I am going to be my full, brilliant, awesome, and authentic self. That is the only direction I get to go because I've already hit bottom. Yeah, surviving myself from being a self-injurer as a teenager, cutting myself, suicide attempts, surviving uh breakups, surviving the car accident, rape, house fires, the loss of family, concussion, betrayal, surviving all those things. How dare I not love myself? How dare I? Baby, ooh, she is resilient and brilliant, honey. Resilient, brilliant, strong, beautiful, bold, and gentle, and soft, and sweet, and full, and present. I'm all those things. And I get to embrace all those things. And if you are jealous that you see me out there embracing and living in all these things that are valuable and important to me, ask yourself, why the hell aren't you doing that for yourself? You're trying to impress people, trying to get points. I don't give a damn what anybody thinks. I know that there are people who are going to hate me. I have such a good husband. He said something to me because he's like, you're always trying to prove your worth. And he said, you know what? You could be the juiciest, sweetest, tastiest peach that ever existed, the best peach in the world. Some people don't like peaches. Some people are allergic to peaches. So, my point with that is you're enough. So, why don't you go ahead and love on you? Why don't you go ahead and build that relationship of you where you are just so infinitely loved and valuable? Because that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going for me. You go wherever you want to, but that's where I'm going for me. I put in the work. Oh, 2020. Oh my god, 2022. I put in the work. I put in the work. And that's where I'm going. So I hope to see you there. That's the kind of people that I want, are the people who are like, how dare I not love myself? Let me go get this corrected. Those are the people I want in my life. All right. Till next time. Peace.